Now, all of us have sat back and watched a believer who's been mightily used of God. They have identified their spiritual gifts and they use them with ease and effectiveness, the Holy Spirit within them. But have you ever noticed the things that demons use on Christians, against believers? In our book, Christians and Demons, Armed and Anchored, we teach you those key areas. That's why I want you to call and get the book. What are they? Well, here's a template, just a basic template. First, we know that demons use fear. I don't know what phobias you have, but I can tell you all those fears are not of God. I had a man call me the other night, said, I've been an organist for 40 years, and I'm afraid to go to bed at night. 1 John 4, verse 18, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear involves torment, but he who fears has not been made perfect in love. Secondly, demons use guilt. Oh, the tempter, that's his name. He tries to tempt us. Imagine he tried to tempt the Son of the living God in Matthew chapter 4. And when we say yes to temptation and we sin, which we don't have to, 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, God has always made a way to escape when any temptation comes our way. When we say yes, we have guilt. But Psalm chapter 113, verse 3 says, if you, Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But there's forgiveness with you that you may be feared. And then thirdly, demons use worry. Now, I want to speak to those of you today that are worried about a son or daughter, a grandson or a granddaughter. You're worried about your health. You're worried about what you think might happen until tomorrow. I want to give you a verse to carry you. Please write it down, memorize it, put it near you every day. Isaiah 26, verse 3, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. My aunt who discipled me taught me that verse over 30 years ago, how it's carried me. Demons use disobedience. I've always said the only way we allow demonic access to our life is through disobedience or God's sovereign permission. Ephesians 4:27, do not give place to the devil. And fifthly, and don't miss this, because we got to do our best before we leave the rest, demons use undisciplined bodies. Now, yes, I want to pray for healing and I want to pray for strength, but I've got to do what I'm supposed to do, and the way I eat and the way I sleep. God has given us both a brain for a reason. We need to use that brain with our physical temple, just as we do our spiritual temple. 1 Corinthians 9:27, but I discipline my body and I bring it under subjection. In Greek, Paul says, I give my body a black eye. Now, there's far more in our book, Christians and Demons, Armed and Anchored. Call and get it today.